So I finally make it to Vietnam after a long day, and before you know it, I'm on the back of a motorbike. Honestly, I wasn't ready, but I guess that's what you do when you're in Vietnam. Later that night, we went to this cafe, and I saw some guy drinking this drink, and I pointed at it, and I was like, can I have one of those? Because I had never seen it before. The best way I could describe it is it's like a deconstructed smoothie. So it's like the fruit are in the cup, and then you have to physically mash it yourself, and then you add ice to it, so it's literally like you're making your own smoothie. I think there's also sweetened condensed milk in there. So basically I started eating it, and honestly it's good. It's exactly what you would think. It tastes like mashed up fruit. Granted, there's like dragon fruit or there's like papaya or something that was a little bit funky in there, but other than that, it was 10 out of 10 for me. I definitely will eat it again. I'll put the name of this drink on the screen. My mom did not eat hers. She was being a bit wasteful, but I definitely tore mine up. And then here's me the next morning because I completely fell asleep after we left the cafe. It is 6:30 in the morning. I've had my first night here in Vietnam. I opened my shade and everything. I've been up since 4. I slept pretty well for the most part. My throat is so dry and like a bit scratchy. That's concerning to me. I'm gonna take a COVID test. I'm gonna be really annoyed if it's COVID. I'm gonna be cleaning up my room, maybe do some not redecorating, but like moving some things around in the room, like the way the bed is set up and things like that. I don't have a huge room, but I have like a regular sized room, and I slept pretty well, and I'm happy to be here. But I tried a new drink yesterday. Couldn't tell you what it was called. I had a good night, and I'm excited to see what day 2 has in store. I'm gonna try and get unpacked and everything, just experience some things. I already heard the rooster crowing earlier. I'm excited to go up to like the little balcony area. But like, let's get a look outside my window, because like it's giving very much tropical. It's like a palm tree outside my window. You can see the rainwater on the tree leaves, but like it's so beautiful this summer. Afterwards, I decided to take a little walk around the neighborhood, just get my bearings with like the area, and then I got down to business. So I was like, okay, first things first, I want to reorganize my room, and I want to turn my bed around so I have a bit more space in my room just for, extracurricular activities. As you can see, I have one of those pallet beds, but they're like made of smaller pallets. So I basically have to lift this mattress and move it around. Turns out the mattress is actually so heavy, and I literally had to figure out like mentally how I can like move these pallets around, because I had no strength within me to like lift the mattress and just like move the pallet. So I kind of was just sliding them on the floor. Also, the pallets were kind of heavy as well. Once I finally finished moving my bed around, I felt like I had so much more floor space, so I was really excited about that. Honestly, I jumped right into it, like getting my bed made up and organizing and everything, and I was really being ambitious because after doing all of this, I got so hot and tired. And imagine I'm doing all of this at 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning. I was just exhausting myself at this point. I'm gonna take my COVID test. My throat hasn't felt the best since being on 4 different planes within the past week, 4 or 5. I'm just gonna swab. Oh, maybe I should have swabbed my throat first. Whatever. Ew, should I get my throat? I like kind of want to swab my throat. Don't be grossed out, it's all my body. Everyone's eaten a booger before. Ew, okay, that's enough. Get accurate results. That's really what I care about. Like, I just want accurate results. Here, I'm just explaining how I'm opening up a new test pack for my COVID test, and how I'm only doing 2 drops, how you're supposed to do, and here are my results. So from the looks of it, this does not seem to be COVID. What you're seeing in the bottom is just a shadow, which means I probably just have a little cold from that dry air on the plane and just like sitting amongst so many strangers, some of whom were not wearing masks, but I'll test again probably in a couple of days, especially if my symptoms change or anything. I just right now have a dry, scratchy throat. Since I was in the clear from COVID, my mom and I decided to go out for dinner this night. And first thing we ordered were some like crispy like shrimp rolls. And we got, I can't pronounce this dish, but it's like the Vietnamese pancake. A lot of people have been recommending it to me on my TikTok. But this was actually my very first Vietnamese meal. And so they give you the pancake and then you're supposed to cut it with scissors, and then you put it on rice paper and you add like the microgreens, the sour mango, and cucumber into it, and then you roll it up and you dip it in the sauce that they give you and Bon Appetit. When I say it's so good, we got the shrimp kind and the beef kind. It was really so good. Everything was seasoned so well. The Vietnamese really know what they're doing when it comes to food. It really was so good and flavorful. I could honestly eat these every day. After dinner, I went to go pick up some toiletries and things like that from the store just to get me settled in. And then my mom was like, let's go to another cafe. So when we got to the cafe, she had to get her iconic peach tea drink that she loves getting at pretty much any cafe that we go to. And I had to get my matcha drink. I'm a matcha girly. And as you see, they always give you like a spoon and a straw with your drink. Once we left the cafe, it started raining, so I went home. I set up the Roku on our TV so we could like at least watch Netflix on our TV. And then it really started raining. Like, we realized that our floors were getting wet, but like it wasn't coming through the front door. Like there was flooding happening and we couldn't tell where the water was coming from. And so we're like, why is there water coming down the stairs? We're trying to like figure out the location. And you can see it's even dripping down from the side of the stairs. And so like we're kind of freaking out, but we stayed calm and we called like the owner of the house to be like, is this normal? Does this normally happen? And they were like, you know what? I'll be right over. There's water coming from this door. Because if you see out there, there's like water. Lots and lots of water. So the landlord came over and he basically knew exactly what to do. So apparently there's like drains that are on this balcony area and they were getting clogged because like flowers and leaves were falling and covering the drains. So when it started raining really heavily, the water was flowing right into the house. After we got the drains all cleared, it was time to start cleaning up all the water that had leaked everywhere. I got mopping downstairs. My mom was using a towel upstairs. And honestly, the landlord was still here and he was very helpful and he even helped out cleaning a bit. We talked to him and asked him a couple of questions about what was like proper here in Vietnam when it came to, you know, different things around the community. And it was honestly a fun and sort of funny experience altogether. Here, my mom is telling the landlord how friendly and helpful the neighbors have been since we moved in. And it's honestly true. They've been great.
They helped, like, the taxi was trying to cheat us.
Họ đã giúp đỡ giống như taxi đang cố gắng lừa gạt Hoa Kỳ.
Oh. And the neighbors were like, no.
But after we cleaned up and everything settled down, we were getting ready for bed and I went down to the kitchen and then I saw lizards. Honestly, I used to live in Southeast Asia before and I do remember like the geckos and the lizards, but like I didn't even remember them like this. Like they're just everywhere here. They honestly don't bother me and like they eat the bugs, so they're fine. They do like make noise in the middle of the night, but other than that, they're good with me. I thought the rain was like settling down. It's back. The sound is insane. I guess it's like hitting the, I don't know if there's tin roof out there. It sounds so loud. It's scary almost. Insane. But when I shut my door, you can barely hear it. It's 6:30 in the morning. I have a pretty annoying head cold going on. My nose is completely stuffed right now. I'm a little bit hungry. The head cold is really annoying. Honestly, my body feels fine. It's just my nose is like stuffed up. My throat feels so much better than it did yesterday. I tested negative for COVID, so that's good. It's just what happens. I'm just grateful that it's not COVID as of yet. But yeah, so I just keep wearing my mask, washing my hands, drinking lots of fluids, and I'm doing okay. It's day 2. So my mom and I basically just got leftovers from the restaurant, so it's more of the Vietnamese pancake, and I just ate that for breakfast. Here's me like reassembling it and giving you guys sort of a mukbang situation right now. And some cucumber. I'll just take one cucumber. And I'm gonna start to wrap. It's falling apart, but it doesn't matter because it's all going to the same place. And then I'm gonna dip in my that sauce is a little spicier than what they gave us yesterday. But this seems like as good a time as any to end my vlog for my first couple of days in Vietnam. I basically finished up this meal and I fell asleep for the rest of the day until my mom woke me up for dinner. But that's breakfast sorted, I guess. If you're at all interested in seeing what else I get up to here in Vietnam, definitely like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I'll see you guys another time.